It's nobody's birthday. Don't light a candle on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today. No need to celebrate being alive when your dreams get stolen away. It's nobody's birthday, so leave the party hats behind. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. There'll be no balloon animals, no Chuck E. Cheese, no animatronic singing dogs. There'll be none of this for me. And don't give me any fucking birthday cards. I don't need your sympathy. The Hallmark stores are all closed and shit. There'll be none of this for me. It's nobody's birthday. There'll be no big surprise. The candles' flames were doused away by the teardrops from my eyes. Here we go. It's nobody's birthday. No need for presents at this time. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. No, it's nobody's birthday but mine.
To lost bread, and then later in the 16th century, Henry V.
Allez, c'est parti. D'abord, comme il s'agit de rappel du cuit, nous allons préchauffer le four
The high school and college students who are experimenting with LSD will be running AR institutions and guiding public policy.
Systems even torture.
I said there was communism on college campuses, now the liberals are admitting that there's communism on college
College students who are using LSD and marijuana today do not comprise of a criminal class. They are not drug addicts.
Why the teacher he was? Well, the student knows that tomorrow we may lose his head in Vietnam for buying an atomic bomb. He's not too concerned about the possibility of damaging a few brain cells that tip on out.
Your most creative and your most courageous young people.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask
And like it or not, they're going to build you into civilization.
And you can see that it's absorbing it quite well here.
about me. You can dream when you sleep when you're dead. The bitch is hungry and she needs to be fed. I'm not gonna have sand kicked in my face anymore till the day that I die. Show me the way, show me a sign, show me that this time it's my turn to shine. I'm gonna be so much better than you, 'cause this time it's all about me. Early to bed, early to rise. Could I have a salad instead of the fries? The odds are against me, but what the hell? I'm gonna start standing up for myself. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me.
Testing. Check. Check 1, 2, checking the mic, test 1, 2, help! Me? Hello? Testing 1, 2. Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make carrot pasta sauce. This website comes to us from thedailydish.co.uk, which .co I think means Colorado, and then UK, of course, UK. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a little bit of a come down from last week. I had a fantastic time hanging with Chef Reactions. We got a lot of great clips out of it. If you want to check those out on the DVD on the Twitch page. I'll also be putting them on my various social media type stuff. Right off the bat, I want to thank Michelle C. for giving us this cool background. I think this is probably Michelle's maybe backyard or something. I think it was titled Sunset in the Winter Sunset or something. And yeah, this is very nice. It's still winter time where most people are. Computer, what is the current weather?
The current weather is 64 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Throughout the day you can expect more of the same, with a high of 70 degrees and a low of 51 degrees.
Yeah, so we're still in this brutal winter that we've been having. See what else we've got. Having some difficulty with placement of the monitor here. Check in with some questions that you have. Parasitosis says, I got confused and started making pickle onions instead. Not sure why you'd have pickle onions. This is a carrot pasta recipe. Dark Ages says, why is Henry playing a haunted piano? Oh, is that from the intro picture? This intro picture was awesome. It comes to us from Hide White 1. But I don't think that's what you were referring to. But thank you nonetheless. Maybe we'll change up the background here. What do we got? All kinds of users have given us... Nella gives us this background pic. This looks like a highway. Maybe someplace in the Midwest. It's got some cumulonimbus clouds, which of course signify potential rain on the way. Kairosa says, hey Henry, just curious about your opinion as a culinary expert. What's your favorite Nick Cage movie? Oh, it's easy. It's Wild at Heart. It's probably one of my favorite movies, period. Nick Cage is fantastic in it, and as is Laura Dern and Harry Dean Stanton. So many others. Parasitosis says I got it wrong. It's actually Con Air. Yeah, Con Air I didn't see until recently, and I almost laughed out loud at how bad some of that dialogue was. So I didn't know it was one of those types of movies that's so shitty that everybody laughs at it. And maybe it's not, I don't know. But let's see. The Rock has a special place in my heart, says Purple Donut filling his fruit. Was The Rock in one of those? Okay, everybody. We're getting off a little bit. Thanks, Nella, for this. Let's go ahead and let's see what else we've got here in the chamber. Oh, Into the Ink gives us this one called Night at the Museum. Very cool. Very interesting. This could be an intro piece of artwork also. Maybe I'll do that. I like it. Let's check in over here with the alerts. We've got Borsonvin tipped $5. Thank you, Borsonvin, for your generosity. And it says here, Henry, how to know the difference between a plumber and a chemist? Well, I can think of obvious differences, but it's the answer here is just check how they pronounce unionized, or is it unionized? So that's a word joke. Unfortunately, there's no way to tell it out loud. You have to spell it in order for it to read. Sickly Boy. Wow. Thank you, Sickly Boy, for that Tier 3 subscription. And you, I believe, are on the board. Yeah, there you are. Well, you'll see it later. But thanks, Sickly Boy, for that generosity. And Van Honkerton cheered 100 bits and says, please say hi to Borsonvin, Dazzlecat, and JV Tex, who are watching this on the rental VHS. Hello to everybody who's watching it on VHS. Pure Improv has subscribed. Thank you, Pure Improv. A girl from class cheered 100 bits and says, hey, Henry, any chance you would cover Jose Suicidio's smash hit, Nobody's Birthday, in honor of my birthday, which was yesterday? Yeah, we will do that. It was part of the intro song, but just my luck. I didn't know that there was going to be a birthday today, but I will absolutely. Why don't we do that right now? This birthday song by Jose Suicidio goes out to a user named A Girl from Class. It's nobody's birthday, there'll be no big surprise. The candles flame got washed away by the teardrops in my eyes. It's nobody's birthday, no need to raise your glass, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but a girl from class. Oh, accidentally went to the 2 chord at the end there, but there we go. Happy birthday, girl from class. Also want to say thank you to Lurkin, who subscribed for 8 months and says, hey Henry, been watching you for a long time. I got laid off back in December, but finally found a new job that I start tomorrow. Okay, it would mean a lot to me if you wished me luck. Have a great one. Lurkin, going through lapses in employment is a very difficult thing to do. It's very scary. And I first want to say congratulations to you for finding a new job. Get excited. Tomorrow you start. I'm not sure what your job is. I hope it's something that you enjoy doing. And even if it isn't, you can turn it into something that you enjoy. And the best part is you're getting a paycheck. So congrats on getting that new job. And I will wish you luck. Good luck to you. But I don't think you'll need it because I think you're going to do great. So congratulations to Lurkin, and thank you for your subscription. Fitchin' Hat resubscribed at Tier 1 for 20 months and says, after all these months of Henrying, I've decided to become an organ donor. I wasn't playing the Hammond B3 anyway. Okay, so you actually were talking about an organ, like a real organ. And who are you donating it to? And does that, when you put it on the back of your driver's license or whatever, that you're an organ donor, do you have to specify that you're talking about your Hammond B3 and where you have to give the location of it, and somebody has to arrange for the moving and stuff, because those things are heavy. Thank you, Titchin' Hat, for that submission. And Saguaro Oo says that Saguaro Oo is a user for life at Tier 3. Thank you so much, Saguaro Oo. It says here you subscribed for 20 months. I don't know if that's the rest of your life. I hope not. But meaning I hope it goes longer than that, your life. But either way, thank you very much for being such a solid user. And Danny Wonders has resubscribed for 7 months. Mochi's Nirvana, one of our 2 VIP users here, has gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Mochi, for everything you do. And I believe, let's see here. Yeah, Mochi gives us a submission here for a picture. It says Celebration, Florida. Is that the name of a place in Florida? That's very interesting. I like it. It looks beautiful. Florida is a beautiful place. There's always weather at what, like 72 degrees or something? Let's see if I nailed it. Computer, what is the current weather in Celebration, Florida?
In Celebration, Florida, it's 73 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today's forecast calls for more of the same, with a high of 76 degrees and a low of 49 degrees.
I got it within 1 degree. That was pretty good. I would not have expected a low of 40 degrees. That sounds really cold. That's crazy. Michael Bublé, thanks for joining us, says it's 76 in Miami right now. Cool. Are you doing a concert there in Miami? Michael Bublé 4422 is the real Michael Bublé and likes to check in on the Henry's Kitchen chat every now and then, and we appreciate it. Nella Wallen resubscribed at Tier 3 for 2 months. Oh, Nella, we're going to have to add you to the list because I don't think you're on the list. Maybe you are, but I'm putting you on there either way. Thank you for your Tier 3 subscription. And Kairosa, one of our main users, has resubscribed for 19 months and says, hi, my name's Kairosa and I've been a user for 19 months, and I'm just happy to be here. Thank you, Kairosa. I'm happy that you're here as well. Michelle Heffy has subscribed. Okay, Michelle Heffy, do you pronounce it Heffy or Hefy? Because I've only seen it written, but Michelle Heffy, I've been checking out their channel. It's Michelle and Josiah, I believe, and it's great. They do music, and it is fantastic music, so I highly recommend it. Maybe we can get a link to their channel, because it really is great music. Thank you, Michelle Heffy, for subscribing. It means a lot. And Jose frickin' Perez has subscribed for 18 months. Oh, there's Josiah, too. Yeah, Josiah, I'm a big fan. I love your music. You and Michelle. And it's good to see everybody on here. Cool. All right. Sparkleese has resubscribed for 5 months and says, I love being a user. Thanks. And I want to make it very clear, we're talking about being a user of the Twitch platform or Discord or just the internet in general or Henry's Kitchen. I'm not talking about using drugs. I know a lot of you do that too, and you know, I don't want to judge either way, but David Blowy, and I'm not sure if this is the real David Blowy, but says, Henry, is it true that you have a twin called Jose? There's a lot of rumors out there, but I can't confirm or deny. Jose frickin' Perez, thanks for resubscribing. And, well, let's see what's going on here. Why don't we go ahead and do another tune? Well, that one really didn't quite count. We have... okay, JV's Tech wanted to hear this classic from the early 80s. And these types of songs are always easy for me to do because I grew up with them. There's a band called REO Speedwagon. The singer Kevin Cronin wrote songs. The album, their big breakout album was High Infidelity, and he wrote songs about his girlfriend cheating on him. And as painful as that must have been, he came up with so many hits about it. And literally just cleaned up, money-wise. So, you know, if you want to make a songwriter rich, break their heart, and they'll do it. And Kevin Cronin did it for sure. So let's go ahead and honor him with this song that was requested to us by JV's Tech. Maybe we'll find a cool background for it. What do we got here? Kala. Okay, this is a great picture. I don't know if it's a great picture for this thing, but Kala, this looks like a cool supermarket. I like that it's symmetrical. Symmetrical, if I remember from my studying film a little bit, symmetrical framing of an image usually is useful in a horror movie for some reason. And you'll see it a lot in The Shining and some other movies. So it might not be the appropriate thing in this case, but I love that picture. Thanks, Kala. But let me get something that really just screams, my girlfriend is cheating on me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is Dark Ages. Sends us this one. Dark Ages is our resident photographer here at Henry's Kitchen. And there's a quote here. It says, an absolute wreck of a room. It used to be a second floor car showroom complete with car elevator. Now it's perpetual storage area for some old forgotten donation program piled high with decayed furniture, toys, and other things. Okay, so maybe this is the room of REO Speedwagon's singer now that he's been depressed because of all the breakups, and he's crying and a lot of money. All right, anyway, I'm just rambling now. Let's go ahead and do this. That sounds awful. We have musicians watching, so I gotta... Wow, this is awful. Every note was out of tune. All right, this song now by REO Speedwagon as requested by JV's Tech. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. Here we go. And I'll be doing this in the Jose Suicidio vocal range, for lack of a better vocal range. Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. You've been messing around. Wait, I want to make sure the reverb's on. We're gonna need it. They say you got a boyfriend, you're out late every weekend. They're talking about you and it's bringing me down. I think once she has a boyfriend, maybe that's time to say maybe that's not your girlfriend anymore. But I know the neighborhood, and talk is cheap when the story is good. Put another beat in there, and the tales grow taller on down the line. But I'm telling you, babe, that I don't think it's true, babe. And even if it is, keep this in mind. You're taking on the run, baby. If that's the way you want it, baby, then I don't want you around. I don't believe it, not for a minute. You're under the gun, so you take it on the run. You're thinking up your white lies, you're putting on your bedroom eyes. You say you're coming home, but you don't say when. It's been like 4 months, but I can feel it coming. If you leave tonight, I'm running, and you never need to look back again. You take it on the run, baby. If that's the way you want it, baby, then I don't want you around. I don't believe it, not for a minute. You're under the gun, so you take it on the run. One more chorus. Take it on the run, baby. If that's the way you want it, baby, then I don't want you around. I don't believe it, not for a minute. You're under the gun, so you take it on the run. Yeah. So there you have it. That's boy, it's interesting. I would say, this is my advice to Kevin Cronin, the singer of REO Speedwagon. If your girlfriend has a boyfriend and you haven't seen her in several months, and she has a husband or something like that, then I think it's time to move on. At that point, it's over. So it's really interesting how that song, when I sing it here, it sounds a little more like a country song, but you know, they were a hard rockin' band, and I guess without all the layers of production, you know, with the distorted guitar solo and all that kind of stuff, it really sounds like it's just kind of a country song. Okay, we're gonna do one more song. Oh, this one's a classic. Wow. This one, and of course I'm getting an ad for some kind of brain power potion or something, but that's what happens when you try to get these websites that give you the free chords. This request comes to us from Parasitosis. Parasitosis wanted to hear this song by Lionel Richie. Let's go ahead and put something a little bit more positive on this. This is not a breakup song. This is a song about love, maybe just on the horizon or just budding. So maybe we'll come up with something a little more positive but a little dark, because this is a dark one. JB's Tech gives us this background picture. It looks a lot like the background pictures that I used to take on my old Trio phone or my BlackBerry, where I would commemorate an amazing evening with an image that sort of generally had a couple of the colors and some blurry lines and stuff, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of the concert that I went to, especially if I was inebriated at the time. But JB's Tech, thanks for this. Yeah, maybe we'll do this. There's another similar picture. Maybe we'll go back and forth. This other picture comes to us from It's Kate. Oh yeah, this one has a little more detail. It looks like it was taken a little more recently. I like it. Let's go ahead and use both of them. And I'm very upset to see that my green screen is starting to fall backwards and it's causing a little problem on the borders there, but what are you gonna do? Okay. This is a song by the great Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie, of course, not only co-wrote the song We Are the World with Michael Jackson, which was a little bit of a hit. It was played by every radio station in the world at the time it was released, which I think is a pretty good way to get royalties. And I think those royalties were given to starving children in Africa, which was... philanthropy was a trending thing back in the 80s. You don't see it much anymore, but we had a lot of songs that were dedicated to that. You know, I think it all started off with Feed the World, Let Them Know It's Christmas Time. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so Lionel Richie not only co-wrote that song We Are the World with Michael Jackson, but he also... There's a documentary, you can see all about it. He hosted the American Music Awards that night and he knocked it out of the park, and then he comes back and conducts a session with Quincy Jones that had Bob Dylan and Ray Charles, and it was just ridiculous. So you should see it. It's called The Greatest Night in Pop, and it's a great documentary, and you really can't help but love Lionel Richie when you're watching it. And this song, let's call it a tribute to Lionel Richie, to the great Lionel Richie. This song was requested to us by Parasitosis. Oh no. It's my cat. Roast beef. Damn. Everything was going well until he shut up. Let me, hold on everybody. Chill out for just 1 minute. I'm going to feed roast beef. Maybe in the meantime we can watch a little bit of my video on gardening.
Okay.
And then we're going to get back and do this song here. And I want to say thank you to a lot of folks as well. So here we go.
Hello everybody, welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be teaching you how to make Henry's home garden harvest cake. So why own your own garden? Maybe you want to save money, or maybe you're looking to lessen your carbon footprint, or maybe you're concerned that an economic downturn could cause a supply failure that could thrust society into a post-apocalyptic hellscape. Whatever the reason, harvesting from your own garden can yield great results if you do it correctly. Let me show you how it's done. I'm going to start by harvesting our cucumber. Looks nice and ripe. You just want to clip it right at the stem there. This would be a good thing to throw into somebody's salad. Next we'll grab our tomatoes. You can tell these are ripe because they're nice rich red color. And the green ones have a nice rich green color. Now for our rosemary bricks, You can just do these by hand. Same with the dill. The pomegranates, you pretty much want to go by color. This one looks nice.
Okay, sorry about that, everybody. We do have roast beef on the cam right now. He's currently eating, and some would argue that that's more entertaining than me singing, but I don't know. I think it's depends on your tastes. This song requested to us by Parasitosis from the great Lionel Richie, who also wrote the song Lady by Kenny Rogers, and it sounds very similar, but it's not the same. This also will be in the Jose Suicidio vocal range. I've been alone with you inside my head, and in my dreams I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. I sometimes see you pass outside my door. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes, I can see it in your smile. You're all I ever wanted, and my arms are open wide. 'Cause you know just what to say, and you know just what to do. And I want to start by saying I love you. Let's change pictures here. Sorry for the interruption. Let's go to here, Fuzzy Guts. I don't know if this is relevant or not, but Fuzzy Guts recently went to the La Brea tar pits and found this skeleton of a river bison, which is our way here of saying reverb is on. Kairosa says, was that a minor fall followed by a major lift? Yeah, a parallel major. And then it's the classic circle of fifths. You might remember, Arthur, he does what he wants to. Even though you left him way across town, you're wondering to yourself, hey, what have I found? But wait, we're doing the wrong song here. Here we go. Lionel Richie. I long to see the sunlight in your hair. I'm starting to realize this song, I don't know that he knows her, which is making it a little bit more creepy. And tell you time and time again how much I care. Sometimes I feel my heart will overflow. Hello, I just got to let you know, 'cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is someone loving you? Tell me how to win your heart, for I haven't got a clue. Oh, let me start by saying I love you. Nice little vocalizations from my cat roast beef. And then there's a beautiful guitar solo. I couldn't even begin. It's something like... something like that, and then it's like yeah, one more chorus here. Stop it, please. 'Cause hello. And by the way, Adele has a song called Hello, but that's 30 years later, 40 years later maybe, and It's fine, but this is the OG Hello song. I'm not sure I've ever used OG before, and I might have used it incorrectly. Hello, is it me you're looking for? It sounds more like he's looking for her. 'Cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely? Or is someone loving you? I can't get that part. Tell me how to win your heart, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Oh, let me start by saying I love you. There we go. All right, everybody. Evitz says, wow, that was moving, Henry. That was so moving. Thank you very much, Evitz. And hopefully when you use the term moving, you don't mean I was moving people from their chair to another place in their house. JB's text says, one of my favorite things to do is to expand all the contractions in song lyrics. Oh, let's try that. I can't find any. I can see cause. It's me you're looking for, because I wonder where you are. 'Cause I have not got a clue. Yeah, it really changes the whole context of the thing. It makes it sound like it's being sung by someone who's very persnickety about their language. But anyway, look, as much fun as songs are, at some point we got to put away the fun stuff and we got to get to the hard part, which is cooking. So I'm going to put the guitar down. Hold on a second here. Little update on roast beef here. Oh, well, he was there, but now he's gone. Whatever. Okay, everybody, let's just go through a couple more background pictures here that were submitted by you, the users. Phaedrus sent this picture and said this is San Diego. Phaedrus always bringing this, the American Southwest vibes. Very nice. Thank you for that. And what else do we have here in the chamber? Crush with eyeliner gives us this one. Oh, wow. Very interesting. At first I thought those were palm trees and we were in Florida, but no, I don't know what those are. This is a definite winter time. Bird houses. That's what Michael Bublé says. Oh, yes, yes. I remember the caption for this one. This picture is in Illinois, and I'm covering it, but if you look in the background, you can see the skyline of Chicago. This was birdhouses in Chicago. So very cool. Thank you for that. Crush with eyeliner. And let's see, I think that's probably just about all the pics, if I'm not mistaken. It's all the ones that I can see here. Okay, all right, everybody. It's time to get to work. Let's do this. So let's turn off the reverb. Check one. You're going to need coffee for this. I'm going to just come right out and say this dish is not easy. It's not fun. It's a pain in the ass. This isn't some cool bonding experience you can do with a family member. I don't want people out there saying, hey, we had a lot of fun cooking this. This is not that. This is hard work. It's shitty. Borsenvin says, I hate it already. And yeah, you should, because it sucks. And I'm not looking forward to it. But the thing is, why do we cook? We cook because we have to eat. If we don't eat, we die. So if you don't learn how to do this kind of thing, you will die. So you need to watch this show every Wednesday and every Sunday, otherwise you will die, is what I'm saying. So Willie1811 says, no fucking around on this one. Yeah, we got to take this seriously. Chef Brandon says, my next tattoo, watch this show or you will die. Yeah. Munch Hotel says, now I understand why cooks are essential workers, because I can't do this shit. You can do it. You can do it, Munch Hotel. You just have to follow the directions. I literally made beef Wellington last week in front of renowned pro chef Reactions. What is going on here? What are you doing? Hold on a second here. Like, I've given him food. I've given him water. He's gone to the bathroom. Literally, like, if you catch me right after I've gone to the bathroom and eaten food and drunk water, I'm not going to be complaining about much. But he has higher goals, I guess. It's that whole hierarchy of human needs by Maslow. Parky Barky 2 says the boof is pissed. Yeah, he's pissed, but we're not going to let him ruin this. Okay, everybody. Gordon Ramsay says, is this what we're cooking today? No. What we're cooking is this. Hold on a second. It's going to be beautiful and it's going to be very tasty. It's called carrot pasta sauce. And let's take a look at some of our ingredients here. No, I don't know why that happens. I have to work with Quanto to try to figure out why we keep getting Bono. And I'm trying to find the ingredients. Yeah, there it is. Okay. The recipe calls for veggie broth. I'm using chicken broth. I don't know that there's a difference. They might have been wanting to do a vegan recipe, but we're not going to do that today. So I'm using chicken broth. What is going on? He's a geriatric cat, so sometimes he'll walk into a room and forget why he walked into that room, and then he'll walk back and go to bed. But sometimes maybe he needs like a head scratch. He's very old, and I forgive him for a lot of times ruining my streams. Blurry Little Quest says roast beef wants to cuddle with his father. You know, that could be true. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That kind of makes me feel like I have an extra responsibility that I never opted in for. Utvol14 says, would you recommend the beginners out there to try to follow along, or should they crack open another can of SpaghettiOs? Follow along, but have the SpaghettiOs on hand just in case shit goes down. Okay, so let's go back to our ingredients here. We've got salt. This is kosher sea salt. The recipe calls for an onion. I don't have an onion. I have a shallot, which is almost exactly the same thing. Again, I've got the chicken broth. We've got one garlic, some olive oil. I had to put the word oil on there because I kept getting it mixed up with the vinegar. Hey, Borsenvin just tipped $5. Borsenvin says, Henry, did you make this broth? Also, you own a labeler? The aliens have taken over. Yes, yes, and yes. And squelch... Oh, hold on a second. I think I just figured out the problem. I think I figured out what the problem is. So the vet told me that when roast beef uses the bathroom, for lack of a better term, he has these painful crystallizations that form on the rim of his anus, for lack of a better term, and they cause pain when he poos, for lack of a better word. Here. So that's why you'll see a little bit of screaming that happens. Poor guy. And I do the same thing, to be fair. But, you know, it usually is a couple minutes of just sort of dealing with it, and then he's over it. Sometimes he'll do a butt scooting thing. But what I think I'm going to do now... Oh, the poor guy. He's too old to be able to jump onto the bed like he used to, so I have to put him up there. I'm going to do that right now. Hold on, everybody. I'm so sorry. Okay, I think we're going to be okay going forward. I just put him to sleep. Well, I didn't put him to sleep. I put him in bed, and he'll probably sleep. Borsenvin says, have you tried massaging fish oils into his butt so he would lick it more? It's not a bad idea. Maybe I could do that on Saturday night when we watch Hallmark movies together. That could be a good bonding activity. Squelch the Noise has resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Squelch the Noise. Nova Galarian resubscribed at Tier 3 for 15 months and says, hey, Henry, hope you and roast beef are doing well. We're doing okay. We're doing the best that we can. We get along. Crobloons has resubscribed for 18 months and says, I'm happy to be a user for 18 months, and so does my new dog, Billy, who really enjoys when I follow along with your cooking. It's always a great alternative to a trash can when I inevitably ruin it. Yeah, no, I know the feeling. Thank you, Crubloons. And Sparklaz resubscribed for 5 months and says, I love being a user. And Crab Keeks subscribed as well. So thanks, everybody. All right, well, let's get some cooking done here. I think we've gone the last time. We're going to go over our our ingredients. Oh, I forgot the star of our show, which is going to be the carrots. And then we've got some cayenne pepper. And the recipe calls for white pepper. That's got to be a typo. There's no such thing as white pepper. Pepper, as we all know, is black. And they must have meant salt, is the only thing I can think of. Thitchin Hat is absolutely right. The band Ween has an album called White Pepper, but I think that's a tribute to the Beatles, and it's partly a reference to the White Album and also to Sgt. Pepper. But the reason that those that was a cool album cover title, is that white pepper is not a thing. Super Potatoes 1989 says white pepper is a thing, but the flavor is not as good as black pepper. Okay, well maybe it is, and I've never heard of it. Who's ever heard of white pepper other than the Ween album? But if you're saying that black pepper tastes better, then let's just do that anyway. It's Kate X says, do we need to bleach our pepper? No, it has nothing to do with the cosmetics of it. All right, let's get back to our situation here. Let's go to the website and start making pasta. Computer, how much time is left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Okay, so I thought I had set a timer. We have to, according to our contract with Twitch, we have to show once an hour. Okay, computer, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Okay. All right, so let's start by prepping our ingredients. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. We want to grab a knife. And we're going to cut our carrots into rounds. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Always do this. I'm going to go down to the instructions. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees. We dodged a bullet on that one. We got to do that now. They always sneak that in way later so that when you try to preheat your oven, you're waiting 20 minutes when all you want to do is cook and you're getting hungry. Jose frickin' Perez says, I actually watched a video about how they make white pepper and unfortunately did not retain any knowledge of the process. Yeah, that's often the problem with me too. One time I was watching a documentary on hallucinogenic drugs, which I think is really the best way to watch a documentary if you get a chance. But I couldn't tell you anything about what it was about. Random Guy 0011 says, Henry is thinking on a different level today. Yeah, and that's a lot of times you have to if you're in the kitchen. Okay, let's get these things cut into rounds. And when they say into rounds, what they really mean is they want you to cut it into round, like coins. I wouldn't have been able to do this 4 or 5 years ago, but because I've been studying cooking for so long, I've gotten to where it's kind of a science. Now, it does get difficult. Anonymous donated $5. Thank you very much, Anonymous. Let's see if there's a message here. Anonymous says, hey Henry, recently my hot water tank leaked and I've been without running water for 2 days. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. We had to move our stuff where the tank was, so my place is very dysfunctional, but tuning into these streams helps me take my mind off it. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday right back to you, Anonymous, and I hope that you get that situation taken care of. We're big fans of what you do with the digital hacking of major institutions to try to bring social justice. And also, for a lot of people don't know that Anonymous, this is the worldwide network of anonymous hackers. That group also wrote the song Green Sleeves, we found out when it was requested. So, when you get to the end of your carrot, you're going to have to do this kind of thing. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. And also, you want to get rid of the ends of your carrots. Those parts are no good. As a matter of fact, you could cut those off first. I'm going to do that here. And I'd say this is going pretty well. You want them to be coins, but slightly larger than bite-sized because they're going to shrink once you put them in the oven. So as you get the smaller pieces, you want them to be wider. See how I'm doing that? But don't forget, I've been doing this for 14 years. A lot of you just started today. Okay, there's our rounds. Now let's deal with this shallot thing. It's supposed to be just basically like an onion. So I'm going to cut off the ends once again. Boy, this thing does not want to behave. Neighbor's kids screaming. That's not roast beef, if anybody thought that. Roast beef is uh-oh. Computer stop timer. Okay, we're gonna get through this shallot thing, and then we're gonna show a quick ad because that's part of our agreement with Twitch. Now, if you're a subscriber, you don't see an ad. But the reason that we do it that way is because a lot of people were missing valuable cooking explaining because they were just showing random ads at any time. But the way that our agreement works is that I pick when the ads are shown, but I have to do one every hour. Otherwise, they're just going to start showing them willy-nilly. I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I've never really worked with shallots, but I'm told that they can replace onions in a recipe. We're just gonna need to dice them, I guess. So let's dice it. Has anybody out there ever worked with shallots? No Esquire says, have you ever thought about starting your own streaming platform? Yeah, but I mean, I think you would need a heck of a lot of capital for that. If I'm not mistaken, Twitch is owned by Amazon. So I would have to at least have as much money as Amazon does to bankroll it. I might be better off starting my own bank. Okay, there's that. And then now, the last thing we want to do, hold on a second here. Let's see how we're doing. 3:51. Okay, so we have time to do the garlic. Most of you have worked with garlic before. I have. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to peel it, similar to what we did with our shallot. And once it's all peeled, we're going to grab this device. Check this out. It's also holding up my neon sign. I didn't use my Onyo helm, so I'm starting to get a little bit of teary eyes from the shallots. But if you're crying in the kitchen, it's not always a bad thing, especially if you have a good reason to. Okay, let's get rid of all this. And this is a badass piece of machinery right here. I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond before they went bankrupt. I don't remember what the brand was here. This is a Oro stainless steel. It's like the Oro 5000 garlic press. I mean, this piece of machinery is going to work harder for you than anything else in your kitchen, pretty much. It's a real. We're not playing around with kitties here. This is the real deal. So we just want to squeeze this. See that? There we go. That's our garlic. And you don't need a lot of garlic. That should be plenty. Our veggies are prepped. Our oven is preheating. So with that, I would say let's go ahead and show an ad to the unsubs. That's the people that aren't subscribed. And meanwhile, we'll just chat amongst ourselves. Why did I do that? That was weird. That was garlic that was raw. I was licking it off my fingers like it was cookie dough or something. Okay, everybody. We're going to show a quick ad, and then we're going to come back in about 3 minutes. So here you go. And the ad, I believe, is showing as of right now. Okay. Let's take a look at some of your questions here. Androphyte says, how much time does the garlic thingy save you? Probably saves about 20 minutes, because I would have to do that by hand. Kairosa says, Henry, what's your favorite Ben & Jerry's? I generally am a fan of salted caramel if they have that, but I don't know what the name of... They always have a cute name for stuff like that. Salty, whatever. We've got an alert here. Looks like Crab Keeks gifted a month 1 tier 1 sub to Evans. Thank you. And yeah, I think we're doing okay. There's different alerts on the Twitch for some reason. Oh, Badoge reached a 3-stream streak. That's got to be good for something. Squelch the noise. Did I miss Squelch the noise? Yeah, Squelch the noise. I guess that's probably a reference to Bring the Noise by Public Enemy. Van Honkerton says, Henry, that's amazing. How many times did you fall off the Niagara Falls in a barrel? No. Let's not do that, because then the people who can see the chat and are watching the commercials are going to think that they're missing out on important information. But that's not true. I never fell off the Niagara Falls with a barrel or without a barrel. I've been there. Wheel Smooth says, do you think some people get sick for fun? I think so. Just a little thing about me. Every morning I start off my morning with a pot of coffee. So this is probably about 8 cups. And I literally drink it on an empty stomach until I feel a little sick. Kind of like I want to throw up. And that's how I start my day. Jose freaking Perez says, wow, didn't know Henry had 33 confirmed sniper kills in Vietnam. No, I didn't. Parasitosis, you're going to the International Space... No. This is all untrue stuff. Anon 140, I do the same, but a shot of vodka instead of coffee. Put some vodka in your coffee sometime. That'll change your life. Chief Queef 13 says, same. Sometimes it's good to just feel something, you know? Yeah, I know what you mean. Feeling sick is still feeling. Okay. Miss Kibbles subscribed. Thank you, Miss Kibbles. And let's see how we're doing on our situation here. The unsubs are back. We're in business. Okay. Our veggies are prepped. It's time. Simply Rarity says, have you ever tried eating a clove of garlic? It's delicious with honey and good when you're sick. I did not know that, but that little bit that I just had off my fingers was very tingly and weird. Okay, oven is post-heated. You're absolutely right, Squelch the Noise. Mega Gildy says, Henry, how will turkeys banning Twitch affect your cooking streams? I did not know that turkeys were banning Twitch. This is news to me. Okay, let's go on here. Canon. This is my Canon overhead cam. We've got this. So we can go back to using this to hold up our neon sign. It's not clean, unfortunately. But that's just going to have to be the case. I guess I just put it in there as a safety. Okay. what's next here on the website? We have preheated our oven, and we're going to line a baking tray with parchment paper. And don't you just love how that's number one? Preheat oven, line a baking tray with parchment paper. Two completely different instructions, both grouped under instruction number one. That pisses me off to no end. It's two things. Because you'll be searching for a recipe and it'll say, oh, there's only 5 easy steps. But each step, they're packing in a whole bunch of instructions. I don't know who to complain to about that. I guess we could just start boycotting anybody that does that on their website. But boy, talk about a pet peeve. All right, so we're going to get our parchment paper. This is a cheap brand. It's a environmentally friendly one, but I guess that maybe it's against the environment if you make the ridges too sharp. So like this isn't even gonna work what I just did. I gotta pull out another one. Ironically, I'm destroying the environment by using too much parchment paper. Like, it's not me, right? Like, these ridges are very slight. It's supposed to cut off. Oh, I see. It's kind of how you hold it. Ugh, okay. There we go. Okay, so spread the carrots, onion, and garlic out evenly on the baking tray and drizzle it with olive oil. Okay, well, I think we could probably handle that. I'm going to start with our carrots. And then I'm going to do the onions. But you know what? My shallot is still not really broken up, so I'm going to sort of break up the layers. This might be time consuming, but maybe this is a good chance for me to read some of your questions. Michael Bublé says this is a pretty foolproof recipe except for the don't have enough garlic. Yeah, only fools don't have enough garlic. Parasitosis says Emerald Lagasse started that multi-part recipe thing. Oh, well, fuck him. Dickle Chips says maybe you want to do both at the same time. What the Doug says, wait, I didn't know turkeys were banned on Twitch. No, turkeys are banning Twitch. How are you going to make a Christmas turkey dinner on stream this year? No, you got it wrong. Gordon Ramsay says, this bloody amazing cooking, Henry. Thank you very much. I've never worked with shallots before. Beaver1224 says, but shallots are half garlic, so I'm covered. I didn't realize that. If they're half garlic and half onion, then I could have just used one shallot and ditched the onion and the garlic and then had myself a lot of extra time. Okay, now let's do the garlic. Let's try to spread it around a little bit. I kind of have all my garlic in one little section here, which is a problem. It's supposed to be all over. I think that's going to do it for now. And wipe down. Okay, let's spread this with some olive oil. Is there no more? Oh, there's a little, open it up. This is a new bottle here. I was thinking maybe this would be a good idea, but I don't know. Okay, so we have drizzled it with olive oil. I'm surprised it's not asking us to do salt and pepper right now. But I'm going to do this again now that we've got the olive oil. I want for every one of these veggies to get a little bit of that olive oil on it. Okay. I think this is probably gonna work. I think that's time. This is how I get olive oil all over my streaming equipment. I wish I was a gamer, and that way I'd never have to cook. I would just sit and play games, but that's not my calling, apparently. Here we go. Compute. Okay, hold on a second. This is all step 2. Spread the carrots, onion, garlic, that's technically 3 things, out evenly on the baking tray. Drizzle with olive oil. That's 4 instructions already. Roast, turn at the halfway point. So that's like 5. Roast for 25 to 30 minutes. Well, anybody who's been a student of Henry's Kitchen for long enough knows what they are doing there. They're giving you a range because they want to make you do the math and figure out what the real amount is. So, of course, we have to take the average between 25 and 30. We did this with Chef Reactions last week. He did it in his head. I like to use the computer. Computer, what's the average of 25 and 30?
The average of 25 and 30 is 27.5.
Yeah. So, computer, set a timer for 27.5 minutes. Computer, set a timer for 27.5 minutes.
27 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
Thank you. I should probably do another one at 25 just as getting ready. Computer, set timer for 25 minutes. Computer, set timer for 25 minutes.
Second timer, 25 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. Okay, well, now we've got some time. Once the carrots have been cooking for 15 minutes, cook the pasta. Now, I already have the pasta cooked because I didn't want to put you guys through that. And I suggest you do this according to the package directions, which of course is going to be another 15 directions. But our pasta is here, it's waiting, and we're going to get that going. Next up, I'm going to look at, there's only 3 more instructions, but that probably means like 18. Once the carrots have been cooking, do the pasta according to the instructions on the packet. Drain, reserving 1 cup of the cook. Oh yeah, you want to keep your pasta water, and I didn't do that. Shit. So I guess I'm just going to use regular water. Remove the garlic from their skins. The garlic from their skins. Add the carrots to a blender. Okay, so we're going to have to get a blender ready with the veggie broth. Reserved pasta water. Season with salt. Okay, all right, so there's a lot of shit ahead of us here. Jimmy Montana says, absolute honor and privilege to be here witnessing the greatness, Hank. Hey, thank you, Jimmy Montana. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the inspiration, too, because I'm actually having a little bit of a rough time with this one, and I knew going in that this was going to be a difficult recipe. We're making carrot pasta. Why do they always make pasta sauce with tomatoes? It's very obvious. It's tomato farmers will find themselves with a glut of tomatoes, and they market it. Everything that happens is because of marketing. You know, there was a fish salesman who went to Japan and told them, hey, you know, you could put salmon in your sushi, and they were like, sure. And that's why we all eat salmon sushi. But carrots work just as well as a pasta sauce as tomatoes do. But the carrot farmers aren't as aggressive as the tomato ones, I guess. Why don't we go ahead and do a song since we've got some time? That was a little 251 there. Okay, Salty Miro requested this one a long time ago. And I'm probably going to butcher it. I didn't prepare this song, but I think we did it once. It's a song by a band called Kansas, who, interestingly enough, are actually from Kansas. I'm just going to try to do it. It could be a train wreck, but we're going to do the best that we can. Let's put the reverb on. Check 1, 2. Test, test. Help! Help! Okay. Song written all the way back in 1970. I don't know. Computer, when did Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas get released?
The release date of Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas is October 31st, 1976.
76. I was 6 years old. Here we go. There's a whole, like... I rose above the noise and confusion just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Oh my God, this one's going poorly. Don't you cry no more. Masquerading is a man with a reason. My charade is the event of the season. If I claim to be a wise man, surely means that I don't know. On a stormy sea of moving emotion, toss about I'm like a ship on the ocean. I set a course for winds of fortune, but I hear the voices say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Something like that, and then it goes on. Carry on, you will always remember. Carry on, nothing equals the splendor. Now your life's no longer empty. Surely heaven waits for you. Don't you cry no more. That was the best I could do, which isn't very good. So Salty Miro, thank you very much for that. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
You have 2 timers. A 25-minute timer, with about 17 minutes left, and a 27-minute and 30-second timer, with about 19 minutes left.
Computer, can we set a third timer?
Timer for how long?
18 minutes.
Third timer, 18 minutes, starting now.
Okay, I just want to make sure we don't miss a timer. Thanks, everybody. I'm getting a lot of great feedback from that. I really appreciate that. Let's see if there's another one here that we can do. Silent Philhan 89 wanted to hear this song. This is a song that I think we all grew up with from the Willy Wonka movie. It's probably extremely difficult because it was written by, what's the name of that guy? Well, Leslie Bricusse would have been the lyricist, and I think that it was Anthony Newley was the guy who did the music. Anthony Newley, of course, was the guy that David Bowie was inspired by, and if you listen to Anthony Newley, it always sounds a little bit like David Bowie to me, but not as cool. But all right, here we go. Okay, so we have some kind of jazz chords here. Come with me, and you'll be in a world. What? World. Oh, this is going to be so hard. I'm going to try to change the key. I'm going to blame this chord, the source of this chords. The website is called shittyalternativechordstoclassics.com. So don't use them for your source. If you want to view paradise, simply look around to view it. Anything you want to do it. Nah, this is, you know what? Everybody involved in the Willy Wonka movie right now is turning over in their grave. That includes Gene Wilder, Leslie Bricusse, Anthony Newley, even David Bowie, who had nothing to do with the movie. But why don't we just say every talented musician is turning over in their grave, and if they're alive, then they're just getting angry at how bad this is. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free. If you truly wish to be. Okay, so there were some chords that were wrong in that, and but you know what? This is live TV, and it's not even live TV. It's live, whatever this is. Everyone type Forsen says, "Hi Henry, quick question. Borson would like to know what updog is." What's updog? I'm not even familiar with that. Is that a portmanteau word? Nella Wallen says, you should have been Willy Wonka. I should have, but I was not born yet. Oh, but they did come up with a new one. Boy, that garlic is smelling good, I gotta say. David Blowy, and again, I'm not sure if this is the real David Blowy. I'll shit myself if Henry sings Kickapoo by Tenacious D. That's a great song, but I don't know it. I'd have to learn it. Blood Snail says, what's wrong with Henry's voice? Does he have COVID or something? Just old, you know. I don't really know if there's much I can do about that. Computer, how much time is left? We're waiting for the stuff to cook. Computer, how much time is left?
You have 3 timers. A 25-minute timer with about 12 minutes left, an 18-minute timer with about 12 minutes left, and a 27-minute and 30-second timer with about 14 minutes left.
So we have roughly 12 minutes left. Forgive me for party rocking. Amen says vocal cords have expiration dates and no extended warranty. Yeah, you got that right, brother. No Esquire says, computer, how much life is left? I think we stumped the computer. Hey, this is a great time for me to do the thank you song. This song goes out to all of the people out there who have helped make this whole situation possible. And also to major streamers who've given us a lot of publicity here. I just want to say thank you to everybody. And we're going to do it with this song to the tune of Roger Miller's, I always forget the name of the song. Trailers, King of the Road. Falcon and Dingo Bob, Dom Beef Hot Bear 1110, Do Dingle Dog Goggle, Dr. Flanges and Bacchus, and also Shane Yes Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, it's Kate Kairosa, Daisy Blossom, Sir Doom, Bumble Vision, the LGX, Pilskman, Melon 95, Nim Forson and Moon, XQC and Dan LaRue, S-Fan and Bonnie too. Don't forget Quanto, Ransom GR, ICJ Frog, Freezy Frog, Pancake King 2, Cat Food Taste Tester, Passion Error, Johnny Pump 22, the Cheernex Dinosaur, Nico Teso, Henry Philippopoulos, Shanda's 2, Gatefish 69, Purple Donut filling its fruit and parasitosis, Saguaro, Uzad, Bane, and Toke My Nuts, Game Master, Flash, Computer Help, Moros _ Gary Busey, ASMR, Zodiac, Tone, Beelzebub, Henlips 1, Computer, please fart for me, Burrito 55555, everyone type Force, Nova, Glarian, Tankard, and Borson, Vanilla with JB's Tech, clap your head, Archmage Kill, Mochi's Nirvana, Sickly Boy 1, High 134, Chiacity Test, Moa Melody, Elake _ Sexy Daddy 420, Bill Arkin Music, and don't forget Quanto. And the guitar's out of tune. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, everybody, let's start getting ready for our next step. Computer, what time is it?
It's 1:26 p.m.
Okay. I think it's time to start putting a bow on this thing, as they say in the cooking biz. Gonna clean off my cooking board here. I noticed that Borsenvin was saying that the cooking board looks nice, and it does. This was gifted to me by you, the users, and I mean the users of Twitch, not the users of hallucinogenic drugs. Although if you are using that while you're watching, I'm not going to judge you. David Blowy says, how far behind is Henry in song suggestions? Well, I kind of skipped a few of them. I've been pretty bad about it. Sometimes you guys are giving me some really difficult ones, and I can't even do the ones that are kind of easy. So Let's go ahead now and take a look at our next order of business here. Remove the garlic from their skins. What the fuck is that? What do they mean? I thought we already kind of did that. Okay, oh, I see. All right, I think I know what's happening. We have a little bit more garlic to do. It says it wants 4 cloves. So we just wanted one of them in with the carrots. I don't know why. My God. I think I need a vacation. This is probably one of the more painstaking things that you'll have to do in the kitchen. But we're not going to put this through the presser because we're going to put it in a blender. Okay, there's one. I really want this to come out delicious. That's why I'm doing so much, going that extra mile. But what we're doing now is we're removing this garlic from its skin. I just never heard it called skin before. I mean, garlic skin? Is there onion skin? Like, I've never heard of that. Everyone type Forson says blender, but I hardly know her. No, I think that you might be misunderstanding the basic cooking device that everybody should have in their kitchen, which is called a blender. MC Twist, or it might be Mick Twist, says, we have skin. Are we so different from garlic? No, we are not. As a matter of fact, there is a scientific statistic that says that apparently the DNA of a human being is 99.6% identical to that of a clove of garlic. And I'm getting told that the adverb is on, so let's go ahead and check that. Thank you, Mr. Dink's Vibrator. Check 1, 2. Okay. So, let's see what else we've got here. Blood Snail says, why does the garlic echo? Is he cooking in the Grand Canyon? No. This is just, it's because I left the reverb on. Let's start prepping. Computer, how much time left?
You have 3 timers. A 25-minute timer with about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left, a 18-minute timer with about 5 minutes and 20 seconds left, and a 27-minute and 30-second timer with about 6 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Okay, computers, cancel all the timers except the 27-minute one. Okay. So once the carrots have been cooking, which they are, remove the garlic from their skins. Okay. Add the carrots, onion, and garlic to a blender. Oh, I think I get it now. I was supposed to put these... Oh, shit. Okay. No, we are going to use the garlic press. I was supposed to put these in the oven, and I didn't. So I'm just going to put them in here. Boy, this recipe was probably not a great idea. I was trying to do something easy after to sort of come down from that epic Bruce Wellington that we made last time. Okay. But it turns out this is almost harder in a lot of ways. The idea is you just want to get a garlicky taste to anything that you're doing that involves pasta. Get a little bit of that taste of Italy. Okay. Whether these veggies are ready or not, I'm going to take them out now. I think they will be ready. By the way, today's episode is brought to you by the Yolk Buddy. Oh yeah, these are completely, it's actually kind of burned. So I don't know what they're talking about. But it smells good. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna grab a slutted spatula. If we can find one. Yeah. And let's get all of this into our blender. You know what you could do, since parchment paper does not conduct heat the way that other types of materials do, you should be able to just take your parchment paper and dump it in like so. And remember, we had 2 pieces of parchment paper because we did it unconventionally. But I think I'm starting to see sort of the light at the end of the tunnel on this. The proverbial light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Both of them are proverbial. No, Esquire says it's also edible, so you can add to the blender for more roughage. Oh, I didn't know that. Computer, is parchment paper edible?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, parchment paper is a food-safe coated paper used in baking and cooking. Its heat-resistant, non-stick surface is ideal for a variety of kitchen tasks, from lining pans to funneling ingredients, and even pipe icing onto baked goods.
So yeah, absolutely. You can eat your parchment paper, apparently. I did not know that. Okay, everybody. Blood Snail says, this seems pretty hard. Can I just go to the store and buy it? Yeah, you could do that if you want. You could also just skip eating and just have like a 6-pack of your favorite beer, since it is Sunday. Tommy Woggers says, Henry's Kitchen is my favorite kitchen. Thank you. Thanks very much. We try, and by we, I mean myself and my cat, Roast Beef, try as hard as we can to bring everybody cooking edification and some entertainment with some music. So, okay. Computer, stop timer. Okay, now, this stuff is in the blender. We want to add that along with our veggie broth. How much broth, you ask? Well, it says here we need 1 cup. So, if you don't have one of these measuring cups where it's got the half cup thing on it, get one. These are very useful in the kitchen. Let's now, so I have a half a cup one. First you want to shake up your broth so you get that kind of foam over the top. Computer, stop. Now all of our timers are coming in. That means it's time to get cranking. You can see I've got my labeler. It says broth. Okay, what's next? Next we have the pasta water. I don't have the fucking pasta water, but it says just a cup of water. So let's just fill this up with water, I guess. It's going to be cold, unfortunately, but I don't know why we needed the pasta water specifically. Okay, and the pasta water. We're going to blend this until the sauce is smooth and creamy, and we're going to season it with salt, white pepper, but remember, white pepper does not exist. That apparently is some kind of typo. I don't know why I wouldn't just put the salt in now. Computer, stop. That's all of our timers. I'm going to do regular pepper. Computer, stop. Now we have too many timers. I also have a little bit of red pepper, which is also in parentheses cayenne. You don't want to go too crazy with this. This is going to really heat things up. We want to blend it until the sauce is smooth. So it doesn't say how long that is. So it just says blend. This is called a blender. There's 7 speeds on here. One of the speeds is off, which isn't technically a speed, but either way, what we're going to do here is, and I'm trying to think of it as I'm going, there's one called blend. There should be one called blend, but there's not. So it just says put it on blend, but we've got pulse, stir, chop, mix, puree, liquefy, and ice crush. I think we can just push any of them. I think the analogy would be, you know, if you were playing golf. Pretty much be get the job done. What was it? 2-headed horses that come out of tar pits or whatever. Okay, so I think we're ready. I think it's all blended, right? Now it says transfer the sauce to a saucepan and heat for 3 minutes. So this is kind of the thing that never, ever ends. But this part, I think, is the last part. So let's do it. I have our saucepan. Boy, I made a big mess this time, too. I have a induction stove that I'll be using this time. I'm going to unplug my blender. But I think this is going to be pretty delicious, to be honest with you, except that we've got raw garlic in there. That part I'm not super stoked about. But it won't be raw anymore after I heat it in here. Let's put start medium. It says heat for 3 minutes over low heat, but this one, if you put it on low, it's actually medium. Borsenvin. Hold on a second here. This is looking good. If anybody wants to see what we're going to have at the end, it's going to be that. I want to say that Borsenvin tipped $9.99 and says clap production value. Clap 2. Production value. Oh, yeah, just generally speaking. Yeah, this is an induction stove. Oh, I have to thank everybody out there. Borsenvin, you've given me so many wonderful donations. You've personally financed so much of Henry's Kitchen. I want to make an announcement. I got a new pan, and this sucker is a badass. It's stainless steel on one side, so that's going to allow me to use it on my induction stove. But it's also ceramic on the inside, so it's going to be no stick. But you can also use metal utensils on this sucker. You can put it in the oven if you want to, you know, if you're making an omelet and you want that oven baked thing, you can put it in there. I'm not going to say the name of it unless Green Pan wants to sponsor us here at Henry's Kitchen, but sponsor or no sponsor, this is a badass piece of equipment, and it's going to rival your garlic press in terms of the hardest working piece of machinery that you've got. And you know what? When I was walking home, it was really late at night after I bought it off of a guy in an alley. And it felt good in my hand. Like I felt like, yeah, come at me. If anybody was going to come at me, this thing would hurt, you know? Unless they had a gun, in which case they could shoot me, I guess. But, all right. This is starting to boil, so that might not be good. Let's bring it down to low, like it said. But Boris and Vin, your donations bought this thing's expensive. I think it was $110. But this thing, we're gonna do some serious cooking with this thing. Maybe what we'll do is we'll fry an omelet on Sunday, or no, Wednesday, I guess it would be. And that could be sort of how we christen this new piece of equipment. We've got other thank yous here as well. We've got Greetings from Space resubscribed for 6 months. Thank you, Greetings from Space. Van Honkerton cheered 100 bits. Said Tom Waits, Invitation to the Blues, dedicated to Dazzlecat, who's watching the VHS. I love that song. We've got a little too much work to do it right now, but we can put it in the Discord, and I'll do it next time. Mac Daddy says, love you, Henry, and says, Prime for 2 months. Thanks, Mac Daddy. Miss Skibbies, Crab Keeks, Anonymous. We've got the whole gang here tonight. Kairosa, chat, does Henry moonlight as a vigilante superhero who battles kitchen crimes with a stainless steel ceramic pan? And then there's a picture of the Onyo helm on there. I like the origin story that's happening here. Let's take a look at what we're doing with our life here. It doesn't really say, it says to do this 3 minutes. Computer, how much time is left on our timer?
There are no timers set.
Fuck. I didn't set a timer for this part of it. I think they just want it to look like sauce, basically. Let's go ahead and see. Transfer sauce to a saucepan, heat, add pasta to the sauce. Okay, I think we're just going to add our pasta to our sauce. We can do that. Okay, this pasta has been sitting for a little while here, so it wound up getting all stuck together, unfortunately. But that's not going to bother us. Okay. Boy, I think we have a lot of sauce compared to how much pasta we have. We did this, guys. Like, we did it and then some. Like, I think we did it well. This looks pretty delicious. Munch Hotel says the white pepper really shines in this dish. Yeah, I'm glad we used white pepper. Borsenven says add half a pound of Parmesan and I'll eat that. Well, we do have some Parmesan. I don't see anything that we did wrong on our end except for maybe that we didn't that we have too much pasta sauce, but other than that, I'd say this is going to be it's going to be good. Let's find a plate to put this on, to plate it on. Okay. Let's do it. I'm going to save some for later. This thing doesn't turn off, so I have to unplug it, unfortunately. Grab our fork, which is at the moment a little bit contaminated with our raw ingredients, but we can just scrape that off. It's all raw garlic. I'm licking off my fingers like it's cookie dough. I don't know why I'm doing that. Well, first let's do a comparison to what we were going for. Here is our pasta with carrot sauce. We blended up carrots with olive oil, a couple of seasonings, put them in a blender and cooked them, and added it to our day-old pasta. And by the way, you want the pasta to stay out overnight so it can get room temperature. And obviously theirs has got some little fixins on it, but I'd say overall this is okay. Let's see how it tastes though. That's the big thing. Borson been gifted a tier 1 sub to Jimmy Montana. Thank you. I like to see that generosity going on. Thank you, Jimmy Montana, for joining us. And thank you, Borsenvin, for having given so many of our I can't even imagine like how many donations that you've given, and you've even given it to the point where we've done we've been able to buy like all kinds of stuff. So anyway, thank you for that, Borsenvin. And here we go. Let's go ahead and eat this. I got no problem with that. I think it's good. I think it's good, you guys. This is good. Let's have a little more. We did it. Kairosa says we did it. Yeah. This is good. This is a Henry's Kitchen success, and I think the beef Wellington from last week was as well. Dark Ages says, thanks, Henry, for teaching us how to stick it to big tomato. Yeah, we sure did. Blurry Little Quest says, Henry, carrots are good for your nails and your eyes, so you have to look forward to. I have that to look forward to. Maybe I'll be looking better after eating this. I feel a little pale. Lacey T says, keep the dry pasta out overnight. Am I supposed to refrigerate that? No, I don't know why they say that, but I think it is important. Well, everybody, I couldn't be happier. This was great. The songs were terrible this time, and I apologize about that. It's because we had an unexpected amount of time that we had to wait. So I do apologize very much for that. And but we made awesome food, and I'm going to enjoy my lunch with roast beef, and I'm going to go wake him up, and we're going to watch the DVD of today's show and generally have a good time. So thanks, everybody. Thank you, Saguaro Oo. Very nice of you. Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Borson's Pan 69420. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you very much. And Kairosa says, thanks for the stream. Thank you. Thanks to all the users. Thanks to everybody. I'm going to just see if our buddy Husky Boyo is streaming so that we can continue the party. He hasn't been streaming the last couple of times. I hope he's all right. I see him here sometimes. But I love his streams, so let's take a look. No, I don't see him streaming right now. Well, is our new friend Chef Reactions on there? No, it doesn't look like he's on there right now either. Maybe we'll go to the LGX. Is the LGX there? He's not currently streaming. He's taking Sunday off. So, is there another cooking stream? I don't know. Let's see. Putting in a whole bunch of people. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll do more rating and we'll do all that stuff. Yeah, everybody's taking the day off, and I get it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen. I hope you had fun. I had a blast. and be good to each other. And I will see you on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and we're going to have a whole new recipe, and hopefully it's not going to be as hard as this one was. So thanks, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a fantastic week. Thanks, everyone.